Hi everyone, it's Lynn's Love by Choice. Thanks for stopping by the channel today. It's been quite some time, and that's just because, I was visiting family. I was really trying to start the new year off right, but now that I am back, I wanted to show you this house. This is actually for a family that I would say is like very ambitious, but very quaint at the same time. I have two levels in this home, so it's one floor, one subfloor, and then we have a basement, and it's a lot of things going on here. I enjoyed building this. I love having a modern feature in this home, and I love the idea of this having like multiple platforms. And so you can see I'm really trying to play around with what the architecture of homes can look like in 2024 by me. By homes, I mean in The Sims 4, and yeah, and what they can look like, I mean, by how I build them. Because I feel like in 2023, I definitely had a certain style of building, and I want to just step out of it. Like, I want to give you guys more. I want you all to see a little bit more of what I have. And you can see for this build, I started out with having like a small little parking space, but I do end up changing it out so that it's underneath this rooftop thing that I have going on. I actually love the way this looks. I started out with a floor plan, but then I deviated from it because I wanted to see what kind of floor plan I could create based on, how it looks in The Sims and things like that. So, and that's how we get a ensuite in here. And then we have, a half bath off the kitchen. So let me give you a little rundown of exactly how this floor plan works and what my thought process was when I was doing it. So go ahead and grab everything. I know I was talking for a little bit, but grab everything you need and let me give you some specifics, and hopefully you can really see the vision of where I was coming from and what I hope to accomplish in this. So as soon as you walk in, you're able to be greeted by a beautiful living room. You have a nice looking fireplace. You have two cozy couches. And then there is a nice feature here where it's a half wall, and then you're able to go around the entire living room space and go straight to the first bedroom that we have. Off of the first bedroom, there is a full bath. And so from the living room, you have the option to turn to your left. And this is where we have this beautiful archway. You're going to see all of that. I know I'm constructing the outside really, and I'll get into more detail a little bit later, but there's this beautiful archway, and then you can go into the kitchen. It's an eat-in kitchen, and then off of the kitchen there's a half bath, and then a door that leads to outside where the carport is, and then you can go straight up to the rooftop. So off of the living room, you're able to go downstairs, and then we have a laundry room, a utility room, two bedrooms, and a bath. Since this is really for a Windenburg family, I had to use most of the things that came with Get Together. It was kind of crucial that I did that, but I did sprinkle in a little bit from almost every pack. I had to use that archway that we got from, I think, Growing Together, some of the counters that we got from the Home Chef Hustle Kit, and then a few things from other packs here and there. I don't really like to limit myself when I'm building some of these unless it is specifically labeled as, a pack limited build. This is not it, so I am sorry, but if you do want one of those, let me know in the comments and I can deliver that for you. But for this one, I did use things from almost every pack, but I did want to really use a lot of things that we got from Get Together because this is for a Windenburg family, and Windenburg is the world that we got with Get Together. You can see I started off adding two beds up on the first level, but I do end up going for just one bedroom up there, and then there ends up being two beds down in the basement and a full bathroom. So you can see I'm just really figuring out what the floor plan is going to look like in the basement, but I had to put in a laundry room. I think one thing that I want all of my homes to have moving forward is a laundry room, unless it is for something very specific in which I feel like a laundry room wouldn't work, but I would love to have at least a laundry room in almost every one of my builds moving forward if it makes sense. So you can look forward to that. I loved building this. I really think that Get Together is kind of underrated. Like, I don't really play with it as much as I'd like to, but it's only because of the clubs. I'd love to build more in the world. So I think that's one of my like resolutions that I have for the new year, is really building more in the world of Windenburg and really just showcasing what it has to offer, because I don't really think I build there. Well, I shouldn't say I think it's underrated, because maybe it's just me. I don't know. Do you guys build in there? Do you play in Windenburg often? Please let me know. So again, this is really like a family home. So I wanted to make sure I have a lot of family things here. So I really give a lot of detail to the family room and also the kids room, and then also some of the decorations that we have throughout the entire build. So I wanted to make sure that it was really like age appropriate in most cases. We have some fun activities to do around the home, really make this feel like this could be a great place to hang out, a great place to show your, child friends, things like that. I love the idea of a gravel driveway, and so I had to add that, as well as keeping nature into the Windenburg aesthetic. And I feel like this definitely works. Like, I would definitely see a rounded driveway in this Windenburg home, so I had to use it. And I started out with wanting to really use the couches that came with Get Together, but then I was like, it's still family, it's still very cozy. So instead of using the couch, I'll use the chairs. And then I ended up using that coffee table, and I felt like it was just perfect. I love the idea of using some of the white components to break up some of the things in this living room, because it ends up being a little bit darker and warm toned. And I feel like that is just something that just could really brighten up the space without really putting bright, like overbearing colors in this home. So that is what I end up doing here. And then I loved playing with the shapes. So we have that geometric shaped coffee table, and then we have square little rugs there. And I wanted to use that big fireplace, but I was like, far too big, you cannot walk through it. So I had to just opt for using that one, but I feel like it was a great replacement. I feel like in a perfect world, if I had more room, I would definitely want to use that other fireplace, but this one works just as well because it has a nice architecture to it, and then we have those stone parts throughout the entire fireplace. So I'm actually okay with it, but I think this is where I realized that I wanted to go with something a little bit more on the darker side here, and so I do end up going with that. But then I changed the bookshelf space that we have right here. This little corner nook, I feel like it's just so beautiful, and I had to have it. There are so many features within this home that I feel like I would love to have in real life, and creating things like that in The Sims makes me more excited, and also a little bit sad because I cannot make those things in real life. But it's okay, if I had unlimited money. I do not have unlimited money, so not really a possibility, but being able to live that thing out in The Sims 4 is really exciting. So I do end up having this beautiful couch here, and then I end up adding a little end table behind me, or like me as in if I was sitting in the chair or in the couch. So I do end up adding that there. And then I love using these lights that we got. They match perfectly, and so I had to use those. I end up using the mirror that we got from one of the fitness packs. I think it was from a stuff pack, but please do not quote me there. And so now that I have the idea of what I wanted everything to look like on the living spaces, I end up going into this living room. So I had this beautiful idea in this ensuite bedroom to have an archway as soon as you walk through the door, and it's beautiful. I love it. Now, the bedroom itself was definitely one of the harder things to create, and so if I had to pick what was the most difficult thing of this build, it was definitely that bedroom. Everything else kind of came a little bit smoother. Like the bathrooms, I feel like are so beautiful. I love it. It screams Windenburg to me. I end up using some beautiful tile on the floors in the bathrooms, and it adds some color, it adds some personality, but also keeping to a very true aesthetic, I feel like, to the family and also to the world. So please let me know what you think on that, because I feel like I am like just very subjective and feeling like, oh, I made it, so it's perfect. And I would love to know what you all think. So let me know here. And then I also have a half bath. So altogether, there are 2 full bathrooms and 1 half bath. This half bath I feel like is perfect. It goes along with the other bathrooms as well. So all of them have this cohesive aspect in terms of what the floors look like, and then some of the hardware that I use throughout the entire thing. So I really love the idea of playing with that tile. I typically build more on the modern side, and so I don't necessarily use that kind of tile, but for this, it definitely worked. I do end up going in and out of the rooms that I'm building, so I apologize for that. It's just that there are so many great things to do in this build that I didn't want to limit myself, and as soon as something popped up in my mind, I would just go for it. So that is why that is going on, but I do end up going back into this bedroom, and so I end up using a few of the things that we got with the Dream Home Decorator. So that's the bed, the chairs that you see right here. I actually love those. It's part of the set that you can create a couch out of. I didn't want the ones that had the armrests, but that's only because I didn't want it to feel like it was breaking up. Like I wanted to create a clear space throughout this place because it is a smaller bedroom when I'm looking at it, but it is like a bigger bedroom. I don't know how to explain it, but I didn't want the armrest because I felt like it would just really break up the space more, and I didn't want to do that. So there is a full bathroom here. We have a nice walk-in closet, but the walk-in closet only has a dresser and then, a full-length mirror, things like that. So you can see I just added some things in the bottom bedroom. I felt like that was kind of necessary. I come up to the rooftop and I'm trying to figure out what this could look like. I love the idea of having this hot tub, some seating area, and a beautiful place where you can cook and eat and just really be outside. If you do play with get together that much, you could really make this a space that would be perfect for, club gatherings. And so they wouldn't need to go inside of your house only to, use the restroom, but they could really hang out up on the rooftop. Aside from all of that, that's really all that's here. I do end up adding some lighting outside because I feel like lighting on a rooftop is kind of crucial. So we have that one next to the hot tub and then the one in the corner that is right next to, the chairs and things that you see there. So now I go back in and I'm trying to figure out what all the floors are going to look like. And from the floors, I end up going down and working in the bathrooms. Once I found the perfect tile, I was like, I gotta see what everything is going to look like. And so I go down in the basement and I start working on that one. And for this one, I end up using a tub shower combo. And I felt like this one needed to be a little bit more tailored to the children that lived in the room next to them. Well, they don't live in the room, they live in the house, but they sleep in the room next to them. So this was really tailored to just, the clutter that could possibly be from there. And then they have a guest room, or it could be for a teenage room. I don't know. It's really up to you. But I feel like these children were a bit on the older side. So they are about to become a teenager, but they're still in that phase where they still enjoy toys and things like that. So I had to tailor it to that. I end up going for a muted color in the beginning, but then I do end up adding a bunch of things that I feel like children would really enjoy and just have in their space. You know what I mean? I know I keep using the plural in children, but it's only one child that lives here. Sorry for the confusion, but I do end up adding, just one bed, and I feel like everything that's here is really just tailored to them. They're like, this is your space, do what you want to do with it. And this is kind of what they came up with outside of picking the bed and I think the nightstand. I think that was more so like the parents' choice, and they were like, you have to have this, you have to have that, and also the dresser. But everything else, they were like, okay, free range, do what you want to do. One underrated item I feel like I used in this build was definitely the lamp that you see I just placed here in this guest room, or maybe a teenage room. I don't really know, but I feel like it's definitely underrated. I love it has this little stained glass feel there. Like, it's actually perfect. I just feel like it adds some much needed character to that room. Outside of that, I feel like it would really give off, guest room or an afterthought in this home, and that's not what I was going for. From there, I end up going straight down and working on this laundry room area. I feel like this is like the most used area of this home, and so that's why I put a lot of decorations. I put a lot of thought into this because I feel like, you're going to your room, yes, but this has to be looking good. We are now getting to the point where I like to go back and forth between all of my rooms and adding some more details, some more decor items, things that I really feel like would tie everything together. And then I go back through and add the wallpaper. I love adding the flooring first because it really gives me some idea of what kind of tones would bounce off of what. So working with this dark wood really set the foundation for how all the other decor items would be working in each room and what the vibe would be like. So that's what I love to do now. And so I do the floors and then I decorate everything, and then I go back in, and after I feel like the bulk of everything is decorated, add small decor items and the wallpaper, and then boom, we're done. Now that we are coming to the end of the video, I just want to thank all of you for stepping into the new year with me. I'm excited to show you what I have coming up, all the ideas that I have. It's going to be a very fun time here at the channel, and I'm happy that you are here to experience it with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to download this off of the gallery on The Sims 4, please do that. My name is Lindsay by Choice, as well as all my other socials. I am on Instagram, X, which was formerly known as Twitter, and TikTok. So go ahead, do that if you'd like to. Subscribe to the channel, and also like this video and click the notification bell if you haven't already, so you can be notified whenever I post new videos and showcase all of the great things that we're going to be doing in The Sims 4 moving forward. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you had a great week, and here is to a great new year. I am excited to be here with you all and be able to show you all of the things that we're going to be doing. So I will see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed these screenshots, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.